Hello, everyone. I thank God you made it and welcome. Well, my name is Ruth McCrackin, aka Ruth Mac, and thank you for joining us on this journey on how to create irresistible confidence that connects your ideal soulmate to you. And guess what? And no dating. That's right, you heard it correctly here. Although making this decision could be quite difficult, but we're here to give you life hacks in making your love life easier. Now, even though many may not admit to this and choose to play the I enjoy being single card, first I would like to touch on if you do not believe it's possible in meeting your soulmate right now, I'm not asking you to believe anything just yet. Neither am I here to give you anyone false hope or unrealistic notions, but to let you realize a better version of yourself with real life scenarios and proven facts. I know by now that some of you would be thinking, hey, this is just another Dr. Phil wannabe. But trust me, there's a lot to gain from this that you'll probably not get nowhere else. This works even if you have been struggling off and on for a while now or just getting started in your first serious relationship. All I ask is that you keep an open mind while I show you the evidence and you can figure out if it is possible for you. Because the worst idea any single lady can have to think she knows it all, some of the struggle and challenges in every new relationship constantly involves with various deciding factors, either small or big, like, for example, family, religion, social media, money, fashion, and the list goes on. I'm sure most of us already have an idea on how one or all of these factors can affect a relationship. Now, since the invention of dating sites, a lot of couples since 2009 have admitted in finding their spouses online. Now, hey, I am not trying to promote dating sites now or telling you to sign up on any today. Just letting you know the obvious truth that social media has majorly affected relationships today. Now, moving on, I am so excited in helping you in this incredible journey of connecting with a better version of you that would bring you closer to your soulmate. Now, wouldn't that be so nice? First, I would like to say a big thank you. I want to take a moment to welcome all the folks who have been following me for years and have been part of my tribe of success and failures. I truly appreciate you all. Also, welcome all who are new and is now in connection with me. That is super amazing to me, and I know I have people all over the world stopping by here today. Well, thank you for locking in a fun-filled 1-hour breakthrough, but it won't take that long, in retiring the old you and saying hello to the new you. Now, here's my big promise to you today. What I'm about to reveal here is to help you or for you to help someone prevent going through these repeated unresolved episodes. What you're about to learn from me in the next moment comes from hours of extensive research and tested and trusted coaching model. Not only from the multiple success stories my students have experienced in discovering ways to attract their soulmates using what I am about to show you. Now, unlike a lot of the self-proclaimed expert out there teaching theories who have little or no practical knowledge and experiences with what they preach, what you're about to derive are real-life lessons and have been applied by different women from various cultures worldwide, and me taking every single bit of advice I've give after being in research mode and undergoing development within the past 10 years. Actually putting this system to work and seeing results give birth. You are about to get a quick breakthrough of a reconstructed heart right out of surgery. I hope you are all excited, as I am right now, because I can feel the happiness of being enlightened by the end of this journey. I am expecting that each one who has taken the time out to join this breakthrough session is very serious in removing all residue that is blocking their love life to grow to the next chapter in their lives. However, yes, this is true, Lots of women study relationship guidelines and forget all they have learned within 24 hours. So we must all make sure we are wearing our listening hats and be on that I can spirit. Turn off all devices and all distractions. A single sentence missed could mean a lot.
On that note, I'd like to start by urging you all to please make sure you are in an uninterruptible, quiet area for under an hour. Is that okay? All right now.
This moment can change your life. That's if you are serious in finding your future soulmate. Finally, allow yourself to receive this valuable, thought-out presentation with an open mind and a positive attitude. Allow yourself to vibrate with your inner being. Your inner spirit's strongest desire is to see you succeed, yes?
In fact, what I'm about to share with you has greatly improved my once struggling relationship.
With lots of fans and students who can testify to the effectiveness of my system in improving themselves on their self-worth and confidence. Yes, self-worth and confidence. These two cannot be overemphasized in this program because it starts at a very young age and can be affected or improved upon at any point in time. Nonetheless, it's never too late to start making lifelong development in your emotional life. Mending broken relationships, minds, and hearts into full self-confidence and transformation is literally what I do. And I am so excited and elated to let you know that my system brought about countless stories, success stories, from females who actually tried it.
And I want to show you how they all did it in 40 days or less.
Yes, in 40 days or less, you can find your ideal partner to be in a mutual relationship with you with the help of simple but effective laws of attraction. My system is specially designed to bring you into a healthy and unlimited happy relationship while keeping things very simple. I have no doubt in my mind that these strategies can absolutely transform you in boosting your self-esteem and trusting your boundaries in former relationships quicker and easier than going at it alone. Take this scenario for example. Now, Jennifer, she had been dragging herself in a toxic relationship that resulted to depression, anxiety, and feeling alone. She went through a phase of not being able to attract genuine love back into her life. She went through online self-care sites, retreats, meetup spots, and constantly just thinking about her ex and what could she have done wrong in be able to draw him away. She struggled in building chemistry longer than 30 days with ideal partners, kept finding herself back at ground zero. Now, Jennifer is well into her career, just like most of you all in this session. She's established financially. She loves shopping and traveling and hanging out with close friends. Yes. But was not able to figure out exactly what she was doing wrong that kept her repeating this same cycle of partners in her life who was repeatedly having arguments, breaking her heart with harsh words, and to only be left alone and unhappy with blaming herself with the why me speech. She still had small hope that it has to get better. And finding me in a time where her relationship life was struggling and began following my simple system really shifted her doubt to believe in creating the relationship she always desired. Not old memories that it was clear she kept pulling the worst out of her ex-relationship and found herself desperately trying to kindle herself back together, to focus normally with her life, career, and with family and friends. As before working with me, her strategy for relationship was feeling like a full-time job. These was her words. After going through the self-discovery step, I was shocked when he responded to my post on seeing how I changed my look dramatically and saw my confidence piercing off the page. We are talking again. and it's turning into more. Thank you, Ruth. One key important thing to remember is how valuable you are when entering a new friendship or relationship. We should always learn to love ourselves to the point that our first course of action is to evade from pain. Emotional pain is not normal in a relationship. Though we must learn to be tolerant, but not to the extent of losing our self-esteem. I'd like to share a short story about this. Christine, a beautiful Black woman with dark skin complexion, in her early 30s, was dating a guy, also Black, and was enjoying their relationship together. Till one day, they were having a conversation about their past relationships, and her partner, he confessed that he dated 3 women before he met her, and they were all white. The thought of her partner having stronger preferences for women with lighter complexion kept running through her head, and her self-doubt started kicking in. She started stalking her partner just to make sure, and she found out that he's still in touch with one of his exes. Christine didn't see the need to bring this up with him, for she was terrified about what he'll say, or at least what she thought he'll say. To cut the story short, she just went along with what she thought was her only option by using skin bleaching skincare products so she could look light-skinned as well. Sadly, she made the wrong move because her partner and present husband admitted to not minding her dark complexion and clarifying how special she was to him. A lot of women suffer silently, like Christine, in wishing they looked taller, smaller, lighter, and whatnot. Although I agree that a lot of women finds a happier version of themselves by looking a little bit different, but it's not a necessary step in this journey, especially when there are health hazards to it. Often people forget to open the book first on self-worth, like what do I have to offer another being other than my charms or good looks? In this webinar, I have something you really want that speaks to our topic: how to create irresistible confidence that taps into your inner being to connect to your soulmate without intimacy. It's important to note that you don't have to date a guy to realize how confident you can be. Women often forget that it's the man that proposes and not the other way around. So being your true self is very important in finding an everlasting relationship, because it's pretty hard to keep up and acting for too long. Now, this is not a system to try with your crush. It's one you implement when you're looking to settle down finally. Men are naturally attracted to confident women, and they would say or would only see you as their lost rib if they can find traits that they wish to see in their daughters and you. So a little bit about my story. In 2010, I decided to pursue my dreams of empowering working class females worldwide. Since then, I've been fully dedicated to the art by doing extensive research and making attendance to various relationship and self-transformation events and discussions. Besides doing my very own one-on-one consultations discussing the major struggles female professionals go through when trying to connect with healthy relationships. In any case, I'm not trying to paint myself as a relationship know-it-all or a love doctor. I'm just trying to let my fellow women who are interested in realizing a better version of themselves.
But first, let me share a tiny mistake that many females make without even knowing it, which has kept them from ever getting back with an old relationship ever again.
You must learn to be honest with yourself, especially during a breakup. Stop trying to rekindle a new flame later on. Try to live life with no regrets and move on. Like one client, Sky, her family and friends kept taunting her to give up and to move on, telling her things like, there are other fishes in the sea, and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Now, how many can relate to this old cliche? Now, many females, while feeling alone and depressed, Their old partner is off with that girl in the office who you never really liked in the first place. Ever since this breakup, you felt this desire for him. You left long rambling messages on his voicemail, saying all the things you should have said. You've texted him like crazy, and you apologized, begged, pleaded, and you've done everything you felt you could do to try to salvage the relationship you think you had with him. No matter what you said and how much you must have changed, it didn't work. And I bet many of you are wondering, like so many females had before you, why? Why is it this man who used to look at you with so much love and desire when you first got together, why doesn't he love you anymore? When you can't stop thinking about him, and what can you do to heal that massive rift between you and finally convince him to give you another chance? To look at you again and talk to you again, make you feel the way he can only make you feel? To answer that question, I need to reveal some simple truths of how relationships really work and about the ways to think like a man that no one has never told you before, and show you how to penetrate the wall that he's put around his heart and hotwire his desire and love for you in a weird but amazingly effective way. What I'm about to explain to you next will work for you too through the same system. So first things first, you should come to the realization that the relationship you had with your ex is dead and gone. Okay, I know that sounds harsh. It's actually pretty cool. Let me explain. If you're like most females, ever since you and your ex broke up, you would do everything you could to turn back the clock and get the relationship you had back. But let's be honest, trying to get your partner back, it's like trying to do emergency CPR on a corpse, unless his name is Lazarus. Usually, it's just a big waste of time, and even when it works, it doesn't last. A few extra breaths at best. You might be one of those females who are constantly breaking up and getting back together. Trust me, there's no fun or happiness in that. After helping several women across the nation on multiple social media platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and on my blog 101s, and group events, and dealing with nasty breakups of my own, I once got dumped on where he just stopped calling me out of the blue. I can tell you the moment you broke up, the relationship you and your ex had was long gone. And as hard as it is to believe right now, that's actually a good thing. The fact that if you can handle it right, our old relationship ending is not a tragedy. It's a huge opportunity to hit the reset button, a blessing in disguise to create a more powerful love and do things the right way next time. After all, you and your ex broke up for a reason, right? Or maybe a lot of little reasons. Like, for example, family, career, sex, money, arguments, trust. That added up if you just tried to get him back without addressing the reason things ended deep in his mind in a true and primal level. You're doomed to get right back where you are again now. Alone, miserable, and desperate to see and feel him again. While he moves on and finds the female who can just satisfy his deep primal need. That's the bad news. The good news is that even though you can't have your old relationship back, you really don't want it anyway. You can use the simple methods that I am about to reveal to create a new and better relationship with your new partner from day one. The relationship you were supposed to have, where you love and admire each other, talk openly and honestly, support each other, and just enjoy each other every day without even thinking about having another one of those fights. In other words, you can finally be happy together. But in order to have any chance at all on building a new relationship and attracting your soulmate, your partner needs these 3 things. First, you need to erase the bad memories you had at the end of the relationship. Remind him of the woman he fell in love with in the first place, the woman he can't resist, can't stay a day without texting or calling her. You can simply do this by exercising your mind. You could look up pictures of your early days and see how happy you both were initially. Try your best to relive those moments and do a self-examination to what attracted you to him in the first place. Second, you need to make him feel seen and understood by you in ways that no other women can. Let him know that he is safe with you and give him permission to do what he is truly is without fear of being judged. Lastly, the third step, you made him so focused on you that the only reason he looked up to see you is because he heard his inner being, God, says, that's her. You need to cut back his rational mind and drag his heart in synchronization with yours to essentially become one. Well, how do you do all that? It might sound shocking, but the best way to get in your ideal partner's head is to reincarnate good memories, happy feelings that will erase all the anger and hurt. It's the simple decisions you make as a woman that would keep him craving to spend the rest of his life with you by following this system. Now, if you're like most women, you'd probably saying to yourself, what method or system? I have already tried everything and just didn't work, and I am still in the position that I am today. Now, have you taken the time to pull the better part of you that will simply have your ideal partner desire to spend the rest of his life with you and only you? How would that make you feel? Think about that. I am talking about 7 straightforward step process that has been proven. I shared just one of my simple step of my system with one of my clients, and her action and mindset shifted so quickly that she immediately messaged me and her fast results after doing it. I also did a Facebook Live on my page and had females and even males provided feedback on how truly powerful this simple method really is and really changed their lives for the better. And the astonishing effect it has on a man if you simply get it and do it right. Trust me, it's not rocket science. Plain and simple, and as weird as it sounds, this will create an intimate channel between you and your ideal partner. You might be thinking now, all this sounds too good and all, but how do I actually do it? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I have a really good answer for you. What I'm about to show you will be the exact code to achieve everything I've said earlier. Now, this is not for people who are not taking action for change, no faith, quitters. You must be willing to go the extra mile, but I still maintain simplicity with my system. Now, I know all this is very exciting, but I must be very clear who this is for and who this is not for. This is not for someone who is not taking action to do the work. You have no confidence and determination to walking through this step-by-step, simple yet result-driven process. Not for pessimists who pulls the victim cards as to why not me. Life does not evolve that way, sorry to say. I am only willing to put in the work with genuinely committed people who are desperate for a change and seek a new makeup in changing their outlook and expectations, and have the desires to share the results that they get with others who yearns the same desires. Now, with that said, let's dive in on who this is really for. This is for the single working class females who are completely independent and is committed from start to finish to get results. But for whatever reason, up until this point, you struggle in preparing through the steps and attracting that ultimate relationship. Plus, this is for those who has no problem attracting potential partners, but seems to chase them away or get commitment fever. This is also for those who have never been in a relationship and want to enter day one creating these cravings and desires from their ideal partner, and have good feeling memories with unlimited happiness and true courtship that leads to a long-term committed relationship. Like I said, my name is Ruth McCrackin, aka Ruth Mac. Yes, that's my picture of me right there. I am real and alive. And I'd like to teach you, like I taught thousands of females across the world using this system, simple, high, premium system that will position you to begin seeing results that I call the ultimate relationship system. How becoming the one can help you shift from the no boundaries and one night affairs to creating alluring confidence, divine friendship to long-lasting relationships. I will show you how to get this. This is a very important step in becoming the woman you desire and making you smile each time you look in the mirror. Ladies, I'd like to emphasize that no matter how beautiful or sexy you think you are, a guy would get bored of you eventually, as long as there's no connection. How to put in place a relationship process that removes your inherited fear of commitment. Everyone experiences fear and doubt to some extent about their partner. It's perfectly normal, but learning how to control it is key to a happy relationship. Some people become alcoholics because of unanswered questions and assumptions about their partner's behavior, so the fear of commitment is an issue that should be taken care of from the onset. The best way to achieve this is to establish strong communication with your partner. I've been using the word partner in this particular step because it goes both ways. We ladies get secretive sometimes. We must learn to be transparent because pretending for the rest of your life cannot be achieved. The critical step-by-step magnet you must have that will have the most eligible bachelors fall for you. By this, I'm not talking about sex appeal or dressing to kill. If you intend to keep a man attracted to you long enough to pop the question, then your beauty must reflect inside out. A friend once told me a story of her sister Ashley and how my system helped in leading her to the path of a happy love life. Ashley was the social media freak who believed in posting pictures of herself in seductive poses and clothing to attract men to like and comment on her posts. Now, although she had quite the audience with lots of men sending her private messages, mostly sexual and provocative messages, she liked the audience she was getting and went on a few dates with some of the guys that messaged her, but none seemed to stick with her. Only last for a week or two, and that's it. Not until she heard about my system, and after undergoing the self-image makeover process, she was amazed by the results. More eligible bachelors that are ready to commit started messaging her. How to skyrocket your self-confidence and trusting your standards even though you don't know how. Making a decision and trusting it is one of the hardest things to do as a woman. Or having you wondered why we spend so much time in a boutique or an online store while shopping. We literally bombard ourselves with options and mostly end on purchasing more than what we budgeted. Again, this is perfectly normal. Even thinking of what to eat some days can be difficult. Trusting your standards and decisions would go a long way in making you the woman that you love and cherish. Self-confidence is a major virtue in most powerful women in the world, and you too can achieve such confidence if you're committed to it. What ways to undo the bondage and keys to reinventing yourself without breaking down? In this step, I will teach you effective ways to escape from your comfort zone and finding your new self. Most people find it impossible and quit after some time because they feel they are who they are. Now, as humans, God created us as higher animals with the ability to forge our path and destiny with the decisions we make. Don't be the type that finds an excuse or reason due to circumstances in their lives. Be the type that finds a blessing or opportunity with life experiences. How to become an invitation to attracting the right partners, but learning incredible ways to love yourself and shift your frequency to locking in true relationship. Men naturally are quick, decisive beings that goes with the first idea they have about you. Notwithstanding, as a woman, you should know how to present yourself in dressing, body language, and so on. Understanding basic human psychology is essential in reinventing yourself, though you don't need to enroll to a psychology class or course, for it mostly involves common sense. Step by step in attracting genuine love to you regardless of your past. Finally, you will learn after getting him from friendship to commitment blueprint. This step may seem like a given or easy to some ladies, thinking it involves just making a move to kiss or flirt with him. As a lady, you should be with a man that would do good job as a father. So choosing a self-confident man that is ready to take your relationship to the next level is crucial. Now, a lot of ladies out there suffer from cyberbullying, and it's fast becoming a global problem. However, it's crucial if the victims can bounce back. Nothing is worth taking your life for, not even your problems, no matter how big. Regardless your past, my system is guaranteed to land you the kind of relationship that will have your friends celebrating, and some, let's be honest, green and envious. This is just the tip of the iceberg. As we dive in deeper in the materials, finally, you will also discover 2 game-changing bonuses, like number 1, irresistible compliments that keeps him falling for you. I love this one. Now, number 2, why texting is the secret key to his libido. How to magnetize him on simply by tapping a few buttons with your thumbs and the exact irresistible text that will crawl into his deepest intimate mind and have him thinking of you over and over. But don't be surprised if your relationship is actually 10 times amazing than it was before, or better than ever you had in years. You will learn to create a heart-throbbing, high confidence to set the foundation for a loving, fun, and happy love life by following these results-driven steps in the ultimate relationship system. You both deserve so you never have to go through breakup hell again. The remarkable transition from friendship to long-term relationship and have him to chase you and suggest you to get together for coffee 100% on his own without you suggesting it. Not a thing. Now here's the best part. If you are anything like the hundreds of females who have used the program already, you will be blown away by how good he looks. He shows up at the coffee shop. How much work he put in to looking strong and handsome for you. And the hopeful romantic sparkle in his eye. The ultimate relationship system is just that. It is a solution to your dead-end relationship that kept pulling the worst in you to now the center of joy and feeling unlimited happiness from your soulmate that you have been thriving for. Or if you are just getting started, how to do it right the first time. Out of my multiple emails today, Rebecca says, thank you, thank you, thank you. The ultimate relationship system worked when nothing else did. And those are just a few of my emails I receive every day from females after using this simple system. Can I promise you that you and your mate will now live for happy ever after just by using the system? Of course not. But I can promise you that if you hold on to this program and do what it says step by step, you will be able to open the doors to his heart in a way you were never able to before. That you will have a real chance of connecting with true love that most couples don't experience. And that you will know once and for all whether you were truly meant to be. Okay. If you watch this far into this session, it means you can feel how effective this is and how much you want this. So how do you get started? How much for the ultimate relationship system, plus my original texting formulas? I promise you, never heard before. Honestly, it doesn't matter if he broke up with you yesterday or if you have been searching for a way to truly rekindle your love life for months or years. This is the only program like this in existence, so there's nothing to compare it to. I'm sure there are loads of vague connect with your ideal partner programs out there with cliche statements that promise you the world but just give you unclear advice about being more confident or the female that draws him closer than ever. But this is the only program in existence that does all the work for you, that takes all the guesswork and the pressure to figure things out on your own. The ultimate relationship system shows you exactly what to do and the answers. All the answers to all of your questions and makes it as easy as possible to get him into your life. So let's just think of the alternative that you could try to get him to connect with you or that you tried with embarrassing results. First, you can try to agree to go to couple counseling with you, which that will cost you at least $150 for each 1 hour session. But honestly, if you are here watching this, your chance to fix things with therapy and by talking them out is probably far gone. Like most females, you can try to buy him back into your life, or you can try to buy him a gift that shows him how you feel and hope beyond hope he'll take you back. In reality, how will it make you feel when you find your hopes of a romantic reconciliation completely went south when he refuses to meet up with you? How much anger and hurts keeps holding on to you and how little of an effect on him your gift actually has. You could try to change who you are for him. Instead, for you by going into debt to buy a whole new wardrobe, put on a show for him on how much your life is going great, and basically try to create an illusion that you are a whole new person the non-authentic way. Some go the farthest by doing plastic surgery, enrolling for an expensive makeup class, cutting their hair, and so on, just to get his attention again. You'll cut your bank account to the bone doing this. And even if it works, it won't. Do you really want him to fall for an act when there's an alternative that lets you get him while being 100% you? Let me ask you something. Do you want to connect with your soulmate? Do you truly want to know how to go within and pull out the better you to match up to your dream relationship? Do you feel deep in your heart that your soulmate is waiting for you and you're seeking to lure him in? The one, that is. The man who was meant for you and you were meant for him. Do you know how rare that is? Do you know how low the odds are that you'll even meet another man like that again? Years from now, when you are looking back, when you find yourself still alone and looking, or worse, settling for someone else, how are you going to feel if you could have gotten him back, gotten past the fights and the anger and the lies, or being able to connect with the one if it's your first time beginning a relationship? Just by pushing through a few steps in this system, and you didn't do it. It's hard for a lot of successful females to believe, but having a great relationship with an ideal partner, having a relationship that your girlfriends are envious of, and where you wake up every day remembering how blessed you are, is really about doing a little few things right. And because I know much it hurts right now, and because I want you to experience the results for yourself, I'm going to add the information below to schedule your appointment with me for free, so you can try out and see if this program is really a fit for you. What do you have to lose anyways? It's a lot less than what it will cost you in money and self-respect if you keep letting your soulmate delay without doing something about it right now. I want you to take the barrier to you doing this and getting him to connect and stay in your life. Go ahead, schedule today and change your relationship by booking your date now. thank you for taking the time to listening. I look forward to listening and hearing from you right away. So do not hesitate. These schedules do fill up really quickly. Schedule a call with me today. I look forward to seeing you on the other side. This is Ruth Mack. I'm signing out.